Are we taking it?
You could take Spanish.
I'll take another year.
What?
I'll take another year.
I don't
What classes are there gonna be next year?
Well, next year I'll be taking econ and econ and government same class. There's different subjects. And then,
One mandatory.
I'll let,
I'll be teaching government.
oh, you are?
Is Miss Fulton teaching
And Miss
econ?
Boston taking government today.
No,
Cause that's a math. Are you gonna be teaching econ?
no, actually,
That's something that I like.
Hillary may be teaching econ.
Oh,
She
cool.
majored in econ in college.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like her.
She's
Perfect.
So, she's so nice.
Perfect, it's perfect.
They're like sister duo or something.
And they're so opposite.
Yeah.
So opposite, yeah.
Do you remember when Mr. Blackheart?
It was a good class, but it was hard.
hard. Oh my god.
What is?
When Mr. Bly taught,
You guys were
Yeah.
like the way he like graded us on things was like really, really difficult.
Yeah,
It was like the hardest class I've ever taken here.
I think, got too many numbers and figures for me to teach it. But government, yeah, I love that.
I swear we had Utopia before.
Utopia, yeah.
Like, or we had a word very similar to it.
You probably have had it. And dystopian books are very popular.
Mm-hmm.
Molly, that's her favorite.
Reason.
Some twisted reason, yeah. She's into this new series, Delirium.
Oh, that's absurd.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Yeah, this
Utopia is the perfect society.
I forgot to get a new page.
Let's see, the sentence is, everyone in the world wants to live in a utopia, but no one can agree how to go about building one. An imaginary and remote place of perfection. Some say it's heaven,
Sorry.
and people have different definitions of utopia. If you've ever read The Giver, they thought their society was utopia, but it had major flaws.
Just like Hunger Games.
Mhm.
Hunger Games thinks they're just like Divergent.
Mhm,
Just like
yep.
all those dystopian societies that think they're utopia.
Exactly. And it is a noun. Unless, I mean, you can turn it into an adjective. Utopian, you know, change the ending, of course. And you can do that if you choose to. Quiz on Friday. We are supposed to get some snow tonight, 3 to 4 inches, so be aware, I suppose. Plan accordingly. Bless you.
Will you let Molly read them to me? For I feel like that's a little too.
No, I won't, no,
Well,
so,
that's what
especially since it's part of our curriculum, she's gonna have to wait.
What if she asks you?
Right now, no, I mean, she just turned 12 on Saturday, so.
She's really tall. She's
Yeah.
so
She,
young.
I feel like I'm not talking to someone older when I talk to her. Yeah, hard to believe she's 12.
Oh my gosh. How'd
That's
she
all
like
I
just
was
turn
gonna be, what,
15?
like 4'5"?
She asked when she could start wearing mascara.
Oh,
So I bought her the first mascara over the weekend.
oh, it's so
I wasn't
cute.
allowed to wear makeup when I was 12.
I think I started wearing makeup when I was 12.
Are you gonna, I started wearing makeup.
I
when
knew
was
she
like
wouldn't overdo
14.
it. She has on a little tiny bit today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Isn't that just like, it's like the, it's like, coming into like the womanhood thing and putting on the makeup.
Yes.
And now I can care less about it.
Oh,
I'm so mascara today.
I don't think I wanna put on makeup.
I almost did that already.
The novelty will wear off someday soon, probably.
I like that too much effort.
Okay, let's get back to Hamlet. I assigned you to read scenes 4 and 5. So what happened in scenes 4 and 5?
I have no idea what was going on.
Lauren, your hair is cute.
Laertes finds out that his father is dead. The
Yes.
king.
And how does he react to that?
I think he's just kind of like confused to me.
There's a lot going on.
It's hard to comprehend.
I think
I
he
was
was
like
like,
trying to get all of those.
Okay, let's break it down here. So, on page 107, Laertes says, "Where is my father?" And the king goes, "Dead." I mean, there's no easing into it. He just says, "Dead." And Laertes says, "How came he dead? I'll not be judged with." And he tries to explain it. Then Ophelia comes in.
She's
What?
she's not.
Yes. Ophelia is kind of cuckoo.
mm-hmm.
She's one of Shakespeare's characters that's that he wrote as kind of crazy. So what else is going on here?
Hamlet's gone off to
Europe.
Europe and the king's trying to like pretend that he's upset about him leaving, but he hopes he dies
Yeah.
on the way there.
Yes. The king is a big two-faced phony. You haven't figured that out yet. And he wants to rule the land without any interruption. How could Hamlet be a threat to Claudius if he stayed?
First of all, he killed.
Okay, there's the threat of death, but what else could Hamlet do, Lauren?
He could reveal that the king was the one who killed his father.
Yes. He knows the whole story. And Claudius knows he knows the whole story, and so he feels much happier with Hamlet away in Europe. I mean, he can't stay in Europe forever. He'll come home and see his mother eventually. So, Claudius he's happy for the moment, but it can't stay this way forever. What else is happening? How does Ophelia react to her father's death? Renee?
She's like not there. And it's just like really weird because like she's kind of going off the deep end and she keeps singing songs. And like one line the queen is asking her a question and she just starts singing. So she's going crazy.
She's lost 2 men in her life. I mean, Hamlet was really never hers, but she thought he was, and he's gone, and then her father now is gone. I mean, she still has her brother, but what's their relationship like? Laertes and Ophelia.
I didn't know he was a brother. Okay. Sorry, I didn't make that connection.
What is their relationship like, Holly?
I always felt that Laertes was looking out for her best interest, but she didn't really see that, so I don't think that she really trusted his judgment.
Okay,
But he was kind of being the big brother and looking out for her.
okay, good. And she can't see it because she's in another world, so to speak. What else is happening?
Laertes says he'll be revenged for his father.
He'll be what?
Revenged for his father, so he's probably gonna try and figure out whoever killed him.
Right.
Trying to-
So Hamlet's trying to get revenge for his father's death. Laertes is trying to get revenge for his father's death. The plot just thickens, right?
Basically,
And
it's
there's
just a
only
book about
5
murder.
Yeah, that's a typical Shakespeare play. What, Skylar?
It's like basically it's just a book about murder.
Yeah,
I
it's like a sophisticated soap opera. In Old English, actually.
It's really funny.
This person
Yeah.
does that person.
Very witty. Okay, so we're ready for scene 6, correct? And it's very short. I need Horatio. Who'd like to read Horatio? Holly? A gentleman Skylar, you were the gentleman last time, will you read him
Sure.
again? Okay. And a sailor. I need a sailor. Marnie, okay.
What are they that would speak with me?
Seafaring sir. They say they have letters for you.
Let them come in. I do not know from what part of the world I should be greeted, if not from Lord Hamlet.
No. God bless you, sir.
Let him bless thee too.
He shall, sir, and please him. There's a letter for you, sir. It came from the ambassador that was bound for England. If your name be Horatio, as I let to know it is.
Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this, give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for him. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase. Finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on a compelled valor, and in the grapple I boarded them. On the instant they got clear of our ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they knew what they did. I am to do a good turn for them. Let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to me for with as much speed as thou wouldest fly death. I have words to speak in thine ear, will make thee dumb. Yet are they much too light for the bore of the matter. These good fellows will bring thee where I am. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern hold their course for England. Of them I have much to tell thee. Farewell. He that thou knowest thine Hamlet. Come, I will give you way for these your letters, and don't the speedier that you may direct me to him from whom you brought them.
Okay, so what does Hamlet's letter say? Basically,
Captured by pirates?
what?
Captured by pirates?
Okay,
Or something? I think.
okay, he had a little, scuffle with pirates out on the sea. They took him prisoner. Let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to me with as much speed as thou wouldest fly death. I have words to speak in thine ear, will make thee dumb. I have something to tell you that is going to knock your socks off, is what he's saying, right? Yet are they much too light for the bore of the matter. These good fellows will bring thee where I am. So, he's saying, I have something to tell you. Right.
This gonna tell him that he killed Polonius, and then Laertes was gonna tell him Laertes that he killed Polonius, and Laertes is gonna go after Hamlet, and
Okay.
then
Sounds like you're following it, right? Is everyone following it?
Mm-hmm.
Who's doing what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay, my oldest daughter had a Macbeth test today. We were talking, they just finished him in her senior English class, and then they did Macbeth, and they did Canterbury Tales. I've done a lot of old English, but she likes Macbeth too. I wish we had time to do another Shakespeare. I don't know, we'll see. She's counting down the days. Okay, scene 7. The king and Laertes. Who'd like to be Laertes? Olivia. And the king? Lauren, you need? I need a messenger. Okay, Skylar. Be the messenger. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Now must your conscience my acquittance seal, and you must put me in your heart for friend. Sith you have heard, and with a knowing ear, that he which hath your noble father slain pursued my life.
It well appears, but tell me why you proceeded not against these feats, so criminal and so capital in nature, as by your safety, greatness, wisdom, all things else, you mainly were stirred up.
Oh, for 2 special reasons, which may to you perhaps seem much unseemly. but yet to me they're strong. The queen his mother lives almost by his looks, and for myself, my virtue or my plague, be it either which she is so conjunctive to my life and soul, that as the star moves not but in his sphere, I could not but by her. The other motive why to a public count I might not go, is the great love the general gender bear him, who, dipping all his faults in their affection, would, like the spring that turneth wood to stone, convert his gyves to graces, so that my arrows, too slightly timbered for so loud a wind, would have reverted to my bow again, and not where I had aimed them.
And so have I a noble father lost, a sister driven into desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back again, stood challenger on mount of all the age for her perfections. But my revenge will come.
Okay, what are they comparing? Yeah, bad things that's happened to them, right? And Laertes is like, yeah, I lost a dad and my sister's crazy, right? And the king had talked earlier about that. Okay, what could they be doing? Why are they talking, you think?
Both that Hamlet.
Okay, yeah, they're conspiring. Okay, king.
Break not your sleeps for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our bread be shook with danger, and think it past.
Beard.
Oh, oops, what did I say, bread?
Yeah, it's okay.
And let our beard be shook with danger, and think it pastime. You shortly shall hear more. I loved your father, and we love ourselves, and that I hope will teach you to imagine. How now, what news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. These are to your majesty, to this the queen.
From Hamlet? Who brought them?
Sailors, my lord, they say. I saw them not. They were given me by Claudio. He received them of him that brought them.
Laertes, you shall hear them. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your
Olivia.
when I shall first asking your pardon thereon to recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet, what should this mean? Hush. Are all the rest come back? Or is it some abuse and no such thing?
Know you the hand.
'Tis Hamlet's character. Nick. Oh, and in postscript here he says alone, can you devise me?
I am lost in it, my lord, but let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart that I shall live and tell him to his teeth, thou didst thou.
If it be so, Laertes, and how should it be so? How otherwise? Will you be ruled by me?
Aye, my lord, so you will not overrule me to a peace.
To thine own peace. If he be now returned, as checking at his voyage, and that he means no more to undertake it, I will work him to an exploit now ripe in my device, under which he shall not choose but fall. And for his death no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice and call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled, the rather if you could devise it so that I might be the organ.
It falls right. You have been talked of since your travel much, and that in Hamlet's hearing, for equality of wherein they say you shine. Your sum of parts did not together pluck such envy from him, as did that one, and that, in my regard, of the unworthiest siege.
What part is that, my lord?
A very riband in the cap of youth, yet needful too, for youth no less becomes the light and careless livery that it wears, than settled age his sables and weeds, importing health and greatness. 2 months since he was a gentleman of Normandy, I have seen myself and served against the French, and they can well on horseback, but this gallant had witchcraft in it. He grew unto his seat, and to such wondrous doing brought his horse, as had he been in court in brave beast, so far he tells me the thought that I in forgery of shapes and tricks come short of what he did.
A Norman, was it?
A Norman.
Upon my life, landlord. Lammard.
Very same.
I know him well. He is the brooch indeed, and gem of all the names.
He made confession of you, and gave you such a masterly report, for ardent exercise in your defense, and for your behavior most especial, that he cried out, 'twould be a sight indeed if one could match you. The spurs of their nation, he swore had neither motion, guard, nor eye, if you oppose them. Sir, this report of his did Hamlet so envenom with his envy that he could nothing do but wish and beg your son in coming over to play with you. Now, out of this.
What out of this, my lord?
Laertes, was your father dear to you, or are you like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why ask you this?
Not that I think you did not love your father. I know love is begun by time, and that I see in passages of proof. Time qualifies the sparking fire of it. There lives within the very flame of love a kind of wick or snuff that will abate it, and nothing is at a like goodness still, for goodness growing to a pleurisy dies in his own too much, that we should do when we would for this wood changes. And hath abatements and delays as many as there are tongues, our hands, our accidents. And then this should is like a spendthrift sigh that hurts by easing. But to the quick of the ulcer, Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself indeed your father's son, more than in words?
To cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds. But good Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet returned shall know you are come home. We'll put on those, shall praise your excellence, and set a double varnish on the fame the Frenchman gave you, bring you and the fine together. And Wagner wager on your heads. He being remiss, most generous and free, from all contriving will not peruse the foils, so that with ease or with a little shuffling you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a passive practice requite him for your father.
I will do it. And for that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank, so mortal that but dip a knife in it, where it draws blood no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that have virtue, under the moon can save the thing from death that is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point with this contagion that if I gain him slightly it may be death.
Let's further think of this. Weigh what convenience both of time and means may fit us to our shape. If this should fail and that our drift look through our bad performance, 'twere better not assay. Therefore this project should have a back or second that might hold if this did blast and prove. Soft, let me see. We'll make a solemn wager on your cunnings, I have it. When in your motion you are hot and dry, as make your bouts more violent to that end, and that he calls for drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce, whereon but sipping, if he by chance escape your venom stuff, our purpose may hold there. But stay, what noise?
Okay, hold on, so, what's the plan?
Stab him with like a poisoned sword.
Yes, he's going to dip the point of his knife in some poison and then stab Hamlet with it, right? So that the knife wound doesn't kill him, the poison on the end will. And if that's not enough, what is the king going to do?
Like, poison him.
Yes, he's going to put some poison in his drink. Okay, and the queen comes in. You know, she walks in on them plotting the murder of her son. Who's going to be the queen? Okay, Skylar.
One will death tread upon another's heel, so fast they follow. Your sisters drowned Laertes.
What? What?
Another
Dun,
person's
dun,
dead.
dun.
Oh my
Or like
god,
false
this is
necessary.
necessary.
Yes.
Why is this necessary?
I love her line, that's a famous line. One woe doth tread upon another's heel. What's that mean?
Another bad thing, so?
Yes, they just keep happening. And Laertes says,
Drowned, oh where?
There is a willow grows
askant.
ascant the brook that shows his work. Weaved in the glassy stream, where therewith fantastic garland did she make of crowflowers,
Nettles.
nettles, daisies, and long purple. That liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead man's finger call them. There on the pennant
Boughs.
her crowned weeds
Clamoring.
clamoring to hang, and envious silver broke when down her weedy trophies in her fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, like mermaid-like, and mermaid-like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old logs, as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued to the element, but long it could not be till that her garments heavy with their drink pulled the poor wrench from her
Melodious.
lay to muddy death.
Alas, then she is drowned.
Drowned.
Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears, but yet it is our trick, nature her custom holds. Let shame say what it will, when these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but this folly drowns it.
Let's follow Gertrude. How much I had to do to calm his rage. How now fear I this will give it start again. Therefore let's follow.
Okay, so explain Ophelia's death. What did she went to the brook, okay, which is like a creek, and she made what?
A wreath.
Yeah, she made a little garland kind of put on her head, and she was still singing. She said she chanted snatches of old logs. Logs are little songs. And so can you just picture her la, 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 walking down to the stream, kind of losing her mind, and she drowned.
Gertrude knows all of this, how could she not?
What?
If Gertrude knows all of this, how could she not?
Oh my god, did Gertrude kill her?
I don't.
Wait,
How would she? Why would she want to kill
How would she
her?
know the whole
There's
entire
really no
story?
motive.
There's no
Well,
motive.
I'm
yeah.
sure someone ran out to the castle and told her, and she had to break the bad news to Laertes. But so Laertes has lost his dad and his sister,
This is so
and they're plotting Hamlet's death. Okay, so now we are ready for Act 5, but I'm gonna stop there and let you work on your study guide, and hopefully we can finish Act 5 this week and watch the movie.
Is the study guide gonna be due like right when we're done with the book? Like we have to have it completely finished when we finish?
Within a couple days, I would be okay with that.
How
Yeah.
come there's so many blank pages at the back of the book?
I know, so.
Well, from my journalism experience, you buy, or you, I know at least yearbooks anyway, are printed in signatures, which are 16-page segments. And you can either buy a half of a signature, which is 8 pages, or a full signature. You can't just buy a page or two. So I imagine that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
So do you like Hamlet? Kind of twisted, isn't it?
I can see why my sister found it hilarious.
Do what?
So I see why my sister found it hilarious.
You guys have the same sense of humor. Probably why.
Any questions on the study guide?
I have number 24. It's from a little while ago, but I wasn't positive. I thought it says, does Claudius believe Hamlet is in love? Does he believe he's mad? I thought it was like he doesn't think he's in love, and he doesn't think he's mad because he knows the person knows the secret.
I think in this sense, mad means crazy.
Well,
Yeah. Are you mad? Right? They don't mean are you angry. Have you lost your bloody mind?
They say it just like that too, right?
Mhm.